This is also something else that I read about, was that you stabbed your older brother. You also mentioned this earlier, is that you stabbed your older brother with a knife in Die Antwoords' home in Joburg.
Yeah, in Parkhurst, yeah.
Can you tell me the whole story, how that happened?
So it was actually about like nonsense things. It was about a phone and a speaker we actually fought about. So like, and he used to bully me all the time. So I told him before, I was like, if you beat me again, I'm going to stab you and all that. And Injan said, like, before everything, like, they made me do threatening videos to my family and all that, like, send them, be like, yeah, you guys are poor asses, you must shit some money out of your assholes and all that. So, yeah, since then, I got used to being mean to my family. So when my brother came over, I went to sleep, I had my friend over, my brother came, he woke us up, and then he punched me once, and then I stripped my ass, and then I stabbed him 3 times. I almost killed him if it wasn't for the panic button that they had in the house. So he was almost dead, literally dead.
So and then you stabbed him and then pressed the panic button?
Yeah.
And then what did you do after that?
I had to run away. Like, I ran a block away, and I hid in the bushes and watched how the ambulances, the cops, and everyone came to my house to pick my brother up. And it was really, it gave me nightmares until today. I still have now and then I have that nightmare of me stabbing my brother.
And where was Ninja and Yolandi?
There was no one there. There was no adult at the time.
So there was no au pairs, nothing?
No one.
And how old are you?
I think I was 16.
16 years old.
Yeah.
And you guys were just alone in the house?
Yeah, we were alone in the home. It was me, it was my friend, it was my sister, it was my sister's friend, and it was my brother. It was only us. So my brother was the oldest. So it was us at the house at the time, and then it happened at like 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning.
And I mean, you ran and jumped over the wall and went to hide in the bushes, over the gate.
Yeah.
And I also heard that you said that you got electrocuted.
From jumping over the gate, yeah.
On the electric fence?
Yeah. I literally jumped over the gate, touched the electric fence on my back, shocked my wind out, also fell hard. When I got to the next corner, the security guards was already like there. They're like, okay, I had to jump literally. When I jumped into the bush, the security just passed me. They're like, foo. Okay, I was like, okay. I think they saw me, and then they never saw me. I was like, okay, they never saw me, so why didn't they see me though? Because I was like literally just running by the wall, and then I was in the bush. So they're like looking for everyone. They even thought my brother was the suspect instead of the victim. They're like, hey, bro, where's the victim at? They're like, hey, bro, this is the victim, not a suspect. We're looking for the boy who lived here. Like, yeah, no, where is he? Like, I don't know. He left.
So your brother was talking to them?
No, my brother couldn't speak. He was busy choking on his blood.
So who was speaking to them about this?
A friend. And a maid.
Okay.
He was also living in the backyard.
Oh, so they were living in the back at that time. So there was no one in the main house?
No one in the main house. She was asleep. She got woken up the same my brother got stabbed.
By the cops?
Yeah, and by my sister.
And so what happened to your brother after that? How is he?
In the hospital. He's good. Just have those scars that I gave him.
But he went to hospital and he's fine?
He went to hospital. On the way to hospital, he said he almost died on the way to hospital. Like, he fainted in the ambulance. So I was like, oh, I almost lost my brother for something I did. Could have went to be sitting in prison at the moment.
And how did you feel inside about all of that?
Heartbroken. Felt sad. And then they're like, yeah, congratulated me for all that.
Who congratulated you?
Ninja and him. They're like, I can't believe you became a man. You stood up for yourself. It's like, okay.
So they saw that as a good thing?
Yeah.
Like you were becoming...
the man I was supposed to become. Basically, I was supposed to become Satan, if they want to say that.
Like, as we all know, Tokkie used to get bullied by Audrey till he stabbed Audrey, and then Audrey stopped bullying him. And like, when I heard that we get a phone call, Tokkie stabbed Audrey, what the hell happened?
Shit.
But then we find out there's Audrey once again beating you up, and then you just like stop. And has he bullied you since then?
No, I didn't.
So the thing is, you turn from a boy to a man at that point, and let's not have any of that shit again. Because that shit can go wrong. Imagine something worse happened to him.
Yeah.
It was a story for them. Like, it was like a good thing. Everyone they knew, all their friends they had, like, hey, you know what Tokkie did? Tokkie stabbed his brother. What? He actually stood up. He said, oh, boy, he's becoming a man now. What? He stood up for himself. So
And
okay.
I also saw that they made a music video about
Yeah,
you stabbing your brother.
Please don't take me for a puss.
Is that the name of the music video?
Yeah. So in that video, I have to betray the bully, and then Jamil stabs me. So it was supposed to be me and my brother, but I told him my brother already had this.
So they asked you and your brother to recreate that scene.
They didn't ask my brother. They wanted to ask my brother. So I asked me. I was like, no, cannot. And then they're like, okay, we would like to play the role in the video with Jamil and whatnot. So I was like, okay, cool. And then they're like, okay, he has to stab you at the end. And they used a knife, not that plastic knives with a blade coat. The blade coat, it went in, but it was a real, basically a real knife with a real blade and all that, but the blade went in. But the point was still out. So when he stabbed me, the point literally made little holes inside of my chest. So that's where they knew to put the fake skin of saying, okay, he's got stabbed so many times exactly
So you
there.
actually really got stabbed.
So I felt literally I could feel that little point go inside. I was like, okay, just lay. They're like, okay, fine, I got it. So yeah.
And how did your brother feel when he saw that music video?
Angry, wanted to stab me back. It's like, I'm gonna stab you back for this. I'm like, nah, please don't. And then since then, we don't have that. But whenever I speak about it, it just changes everything again. Just deja vu from all over.
So your brother has like PTSD from that.
Yeah. So he gets angry when I speak about it, and he wants to beat me up or stab me or whatever because of that. But we prevent it, so we're like, okay, don't want to speak about that. We're not there. Whatever we're doing, we avoid that situation.